The Big Four accounting firms get a lot of applications each year and reject the vast majority of them. So let's talk about 8 reasons why the Big Four firms won't hire you. Hey, what's up everyone? If you're new here, my name is Akin. I've been working at a Big Four firm for almost a year now. In this video, I'm gonna go over why the Big Four firms won't hire you. So I'll break this down into 2 parts. The first is why you can't get an interview, and the second one is why you can't pass the interview. There might be many reasons why the Big Four accounting firms won't give you an interview, but I'll talk about 4 main ones that I think are important. The first reason why the Big Four firms won't give you an interview is the hiring rate is 2%, so only 1 in 50 people will get hired. A whopping 10 million people apply to Big Four firms each year, so that also makes getting an interview extremely difficult. But there are things that you can do to stand out, such as networking and tailoring your resume. The Big Four accounting firms host networking events at universities each semester. You really need to attend those events to build relationships with the recruiters and the professionals to get an interview. Obviously, only attending these events would not work in itself. I think you should set yourself a goal before you attend these networking events. And that should be building relationships with the people, having small talks, and leaving good impressions. After the event, I think you should follow up with the recruiter as well. Email them and thank them for sharing their experiences at the event. Also, ask them if they have a time for a quick phone call for the questions you were unable to ask during the event. I think this part is extremely important. The recruiter will get to know you better, and more importantly, they will remember you once they see your name in the applicants list. The things I talk about here are mostly for entry-level hires, but if you're an experienced hire, you simply might not have the required years of experience, or you might not have the technical skills that the firm is asking for. But if you're an entry-level hire like most people are, you might not have enough extracurricular activities or anything that shows that you're a good leader and a team player. Or your resume template and outline might be so bad that they probably don't even bother looking at your experiences and the bullet points you have on there. So be mindful of how your resume looks and have a decent outline depending on which country you live in. The last reason you can't get an interview with Big Four is you might have a low GPA. When I was applying to the firm that I'm working for now, they didn't have a GPA requirement, but they had a desired one, which was 3.3 cumulative GPA. My cumulative GPA was 3.0, but since it wasn't a requirement and I spent a good amount of time and effort to network, it didn't really play a factor. But if it was a requirement instead of desired, I might not have been able to get an interview with them, so make sure you meet the GPA requirements if the firm has one. Let's say you don't have an issue getting the interview, you have a great resume, a high GPA, and you network enough. Even though you're getting these interviews unlike most other candidates, you can't pass the interview. And I think there are 4 main reasons why you can't pass your Big Four interview. The first reason why you can't manage to pass your Big Four interview is you don't come across as a confident person. I think this is very crucial when interviewing for a position at Big Four, since most of the roles at Big Four are front-facing roles and will require you to be in constant communication with the clients. They want you to be a confident person. Also, for entry-level hires, there are almost no technical skill requirement, so the soft skills you have are very important for the firms. So during the interview, make eye contact and try not to rush your answers. If you do speak too fast and rush your answers, you wouldn't sound as confident as you should be. Also keep in mind that the firm needs you as an asset, so they're not doing you any favor by hiring you. I'm not saying you should be cocky, but it's important to know your worth. The preparation before an interview, in my opinion, is everything. If you didn't prepare enough, I don't think you'd be able to pass the interview. You want to practice the potential questions as much as you can and be well prepared to answer questions like, Tell me about yourself, walk me through your resume, and why should we hire you? And remember, just like any speech you give, the more you practice, the more comfortable you will be in your answers. If I were you, I wouldn't only practice the questions I might get asked, I would also find people who were in my shoes and try to talk to them. I would pick their brains about the interview process, what were the questions they were asked, and what kind of answers would impress the interviewer. This helped me big time when I interviewed with the Big Four. I think it would definitely help you too. Another reason why you can't pass your Big Four interview is that you don't show that you're a team player and a good leader. No matter what job you do, you'll work with some sort of team, and the employers want to hire people who are good team players, and they have all the rights to do so. But telling them that you're a good team player is not enough. You should give them specific examples from your group projects you've done during school or from previous internships. I also think you need to make the interviewer feel like it would be a joy to work with you, and that's also being a good team player. If you're a likable person and a good communicator, it shows that you're a good team player and it will help you pass the interview. The last reason why you can't pass your Big Four interview is because you didn't ask good questions at the end of your interview. But please don't ask questions that you can find answers to on the internet. The questions you ask should show your interest in the firm and the role. Asking questions might sound like a very small detail, but it's very important, and the questions you ask can separate you from other candidates. So these are the 8 reasons in total why you can pass your Big Four interview. If you like this video, make sure to check out my How to Get an Interview with Big Four and my Big Four interview process videos. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.